What's up, Taiwan? I'm Erika Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. President Tsai left Taiwan for an official visit to Central America on Wednesday. She will transit through the U.S. before heading to Guatemala and on to Belize, two of Taiwan's 13 remaining diplomatic allies. Our reporter Jaime Okan was in New York City on Tuesday local time for the first stop of Tsai's trip.
In just a few hours, Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen will land here in New York on what is the first part of a 10-day trip to Central America. Now, during her 2-day transit, it is rumored that she could receive a leadership award from the Yat-sen Institute, but Taiwan's presidential office has declined to confirm if a ceremony is taking place.
After New York, President Tsai will head to Guatemala on April 1st and then on to Belize on April 3rd to meet with those countries' leaders and diplomats. Officials say that this trip is meant to reaffirm ties with countries that still maintain diplomatic relations with Taiwan. Taiwan has 13 diplomatic allies, and many of which are in Central America and the Pacific. Tsai's trip comes just days after Honduras switched recognition from Taipei to Beijing. China considers Taiwan to be part of its territory and has long threatened to take Taiwan by force. Beijing has carried out a pressure campaign to strip the country of its sovereignty through political, economic, and military means. Last August, China carried out unprecedented military drills around Taiwan after then U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited the island. Now there are reports that Tsai could meet with current Speaker Kevin McCarthy in California on her way back home.
U.S. officials say it's not uncommon for Taiwanese presidents to make these kinds of transits. In fact, President Tsai has done it 6 times before, to and from state visits. But who she will meet with and what she will do in the U.S. is yet to be seen. Howard Zhang and Jaime Okan in New York City for TaiwanPlus.
Before departing, President Tsai Ing-wen said the point of her trip is to promote democracy.
透过这次的出访，我要感谢民主伙伴挺台湾，也要告诉全世界，民主的台湾坚定地捍卫自由民主价值，更会持续作为国际社会的良善力量，延续善的循环，强化全球民主的韧性。
Taiwan's former president Ma Ying-jeou is on a historic 12-day trip to China, the first by a former or current sitting president of Taiwan. On Tuesday, he visited a shrine dedicated to Sun Yat-sen, an important figure in Chinese history. Bing Wang reports.
Former Taiwan President Ma Ying-jeou lays flowers at the shrine of Sun Yat-sen in Nanjing, China. Sun Yat-sen is commonly known as the father of the Republic of China, or ROC, Taiwan's official name. Ma is a member of Taiwan's main opposition Kuomintang, or KMT, and served as president from 2008 to 2016. It's the first trip to China by any Taiwanese leader since 1949, when the KMT lost the Chinese Civil War to the Communist Party and fled across the narrow strait to Taiwan. To this day, Taipei and Beijing have official claims to all of China, and while Taipei no longer pursues unification, the Communist Party insists Taiwan is a part of the territory. The ex-president caused a stir speaking at the shrine by playing up the shared ancestry of people in Taiwan and China.
两岸人民同属中华民族，都是炎黄子孙。今天，当年国父念之在之的多项建国主张，都已经分别在台湾与大陆实现。
Ma's statement caused controversy across the strait. Taiwan's government statistics show that 96.4% of Taiwanese can trace their ancestry to immigrants in China. But this doesn't mean they identify as Chinese. According to the Taiwanese Public Opinion Foundation, 78% of people in Taiwan view themselves as Taiwanese. Ma also called himself the former president of the ROC and of Taiwan.
这也是我过去在台湾这个总统任内推动两岸交流8年了，我们签了23个协议。
This is significant as Taiwan, or the ROC, is not recognized by the People's Republic of China, or PRC, and vice versa. Ma has said his visit is intended to promote peace between Taiwan and China. He said it's a responsibility of both sides to resolve tensions.
我们提出的主张是和平奋斗，振兴中华，把中山先生当年的遗言也涵盖在内。盛盼两岸共同努力，追求和平，避免战争，致力振兴中华，这是两岸中国人 不可回避的责任，我们一定要努力实现。
Taiwan's ruling Democratic Progressive Party, or DPP, has criticized Ma's trip, accusing him of endorsing the Beijing government. Ma is not scheduled to visit Beijing or meet with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. Ma will return to Taiwan on April 7th, the same day Taiwan's current president, Tsai Ing-wen, returns from a much-publicized trip to the U.S. and Central America. The visits by the country's current and former leaders show two different visions for the country's future and how Taiwan must balance ties with Beijing and Washington. Andy Shi and Bing Wang for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan has opened a new artificial intelligence center. The National Science and Technology Council set up the center to help set rules for AI applications and to establish international cooperation on AI projects. It will also seek to develop local AI talent. Taiwan's science minister says the center will pool resources from the government, academia, and the private sector.
AI 进到生活也是刚开始，人才、技术，还有我们这个一些法制也刚开始。未来如果人工智慧进到我们的生活里面，除了技术跟产业以外，事实上伦理、法治跟治理才是重点。台湾的经济体不大，但是如果我们把它整合起来，事实上成军出去力量蛮大。
Amnesty International is sounding the alarm about the state of human rights around the world in its latest report. The human rights NGO says governments are cracking down on the right to protest, and over half of the states monitored use torture or other mistreatment on prisoners. That includes China, who was singled out in the report for its crushing of dissent in Hong Kong and its systemic abuses against the Uyghur and Tibetan peoples in the Chinese regions of Xinjiang and Tibet. Taiwan was one of the few bright spots in the report, with progress noted in both LGBT rights and privacy protection. But local rights groups say the government must do more to guarantee the rights of the country's thousands of migrant workers. 5 million imported eggs have landed on supermarket shelves across Taiwan. Agriculture Minister Chen Qi-zhong last week said the government would import 7 million eggs by the end of this month to help crack a national egg shortage. On Wednesday, about 5 million of those eggs were expected to be in stock in Taiwan's two major supermarket chains, PX Mart and Carrefour. The Agricultural Ministry also says that Taiwan will import around 60 million eggs over the next 2 months. The director of Taiwan's Animal Industry Department says the government has scrambled to import eggs from several different countries.
我们开放了泰国、菲律宾，还有新加坡、马来西亚。那之外还有巴西跟土耳其。那这些国家，我们现在陆陆续续进来的鸡蛋，大概在3月底有700万颗。
Taiwan is a scuba diving hotspot, and there are many places in the country that offer licensing programs. But one of them is not like the others. Leslie Liao has more.
Scuba diving and the ocean go together like butter and toast. But what about taking the plunge in an aquarium? Well, get your flippers out, because there's a facility on Taiwan's outlying Penghu Islands that lets you do just that.
这次的活动呢，就是可以让我们呢一般的民众呢，可以下水跟大型的海洋生物互动啊，或者是亲密的一个感觉。
Don't have a scuba diving license? No problem, because this aquarium has a special program where visitors can get their credentials in the aquarium. People can sign up for a 4-day course and learn how to scuba dive with a professional instructor. Seeing rare marine animals is all up to luck when you dive in the ocean. But when you jump into a tank with those animals, you leave a lot less up to chance and can focus on just having a rippling good time. Leon Lian and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of an endangered Komodo dragon hatchling at a zoo in Spain. I'm Erika Liu. Take care and see you next time.